Alright guys, so this is the first video part of the Namek Vegeta that I am making. The first real step I'm going to suggest you guys is just to really get the chest armor by itself here. And the rest of it is going to be really easy. I'm just going to be painting it a midnight blue. That's the first layer of it. So this is going to be very easy. You know, you just want to paint that and the arms a midnight blue. But we want to first do is we're going to first take the armor and we're going to sand it down right around the straps here. So I'll show you how that looks once we're done. And after that's complete, we are going to go ahead and add the clay. So stay tuned, guys. Alright, so after some sanding, this is what we've kind of gotten. Like I said, it's only really so that it keeps a straight line forward. So now what we're going to do after we've shaved it off is we're going to go ahead and add the clay. And after that, we just let that sit for a few hours. And then we're going to prime it with Rust-Oleum white, flat white. And once we prime that, we'll go around and paint the brown here and the skin color. And while that all is curing, I'm going to do the midnight blue on the costume. So stay tuned, guys. Alright guys, so then here's the end result to my Namek Vegeta. After you sand down the armor, what I did was I then filled it with clay on the sides. I can't really tell, but I filled it on the sides, and then I filled it all on the back right here. As you can see that. This is a very easy piece to do. It doesn't take much time or much effort. The one thing I will tell you guys to be careful with is these parts. I made this one way too big compared to these guys. It doesn't really bother me, you know, you only kind of notice it at some angles. But basically, after you add in these clay bits and you let it dry, you can go ahead and go in and sand everything down. And then with a Rust-Oleum white spray paint, I spray painted the whole chest plate white, and then I just went in and painted it blue. And then this is not black, that's a dark brown. And this body is not of the premium color Vegeta. This is actually the body of the Tetong Vegeta, the Tetong Scouter Vegeta. The reason being is that I tried to darken the premium color Vegeta, making it a darker blue, but because it's a really rubbery material, the paint wouldn't stick as well. So I looked at my Tetong Vegeta, who I kind of just used for parts anyways, and saw that he had a darker blue suit. So I was like, okay, I'll just give it to him then. Like I said, it's an overall easy custom to do, and I know I said I would post this video on Sunday, but since then, some few things have occurred. One of the biggest things that happened for me is I now have turtles. I have 3 baby red eared slider turtles. There they are. This one right here, the girl, that's Nebby. There's her brother Carl. And down here hiding is Timothy. They have been a really big pain to take care of, but I absolutely love them. Here's their tank setup that I have for them. Super love them. They're so precious to me. But back to the video. Oh. Sorry about that. I accidentally cut the camera. I do realize that this is a very short video, so I will kind of talk to you guys about a few things before I go. The first thing is, if I had a spare Scouter Vegeta, I am absolutely certain that you can do the exact same thing you do to him, but using the new body. So what I would do, just to recommend you guys, the blue is already a very dark blue, but what I recommend is you obviously cut off these parts, you take off his tail, and then right here, these flaps, you pop off. Now, right here, he already has the piece going up. So what I would do is you just kind of sand that, you sand that side, looking at the back. I would say just totally sand everything. Like sand everything on the back because you're going to resculpt everything. you're gonna make the line be right about there. So I'd say cut all this out and then just fill it all with clay. But like I said, if you have a spare 2.0 scatter Vegeta and you're looking to do this figure in a 2.0 version, that's what I would recommend to do, is do it like that. Now, another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is a new method of tightening joints that I'm in the process of working on to perfect. So, a while back, I made my future Trunks, but here it is now. So what I've done to it is I've given it the body of the, let's escape this Dragon Stars Trunks. Now, the way I did that was at the waist. He still has his original belt, which is really badly painted. I have to repaint that. But I glued his neck onto the body. That was easy. You just pop off the old neck and then just... This one doesn't fit in there, doesn't peg in anywhere, but it just kind of rests. And if you glue the bottom neck and I just let it sit, it glues on its own. But here's the thing I wanted to tell you about. The ball joint for the leg, for the crotch piece here, is way too small for the joint accepting it. But what I have done is, to allow it to swivel and all that, is I have filled it with hot glue. I don't know if you can really see that. So here's the new method I'm trying out, and hopefully you guys can give me some feedback. But I crazy glued the first layer, and then I hot glued it, and then I wrapped it up with more crazy glue, and then with just a drill, I drilled in a hole where I want the joint to be. And after that, I just kind of forced it in. It does stay, and it still does allow the articulation to be used. So that's one thing I want to tell you guys about. If you guys are having troubles with like any joints like that have ball joints, what I was thinking you guys could try, and like I said, this is only an experimental thing, so don't give it your best on like a great figure, but what I would recommend is you fill the joint, like for this ball joint, you would fill the joint with a bit of hot glue, you would drill it away, and then push it in. I think it'll work just fine. I'm not really sure though, but you guys could give me a try and let me know. But here's my new Trunks. I am very excited for the new SH Figuarts Rage Trunks. It looks absolutely great. But, it's always fun to have two of the same figure, and this is my custom one, so, I'm happy with it, and I'm more excited for the new one. The last thing I want to show you guys is a Aurora effect. So I just recently got the Majin Vegeta, which I absolutely love. It's one of my favorite figures, and I know you guys are going to be like, but it's so basic, the colors are pretty bad, and it's just a bad figure. Well, I love the suit. The suit looks great, the detail on the boots and the gloves look great. For the faces, they all look great. I did pre-order an English release, because this is the Japanese release, and with that one I'm going to dark blue it and sculpt a 2.0, or not a 2.0, a Super Saiyan 2 head for it. But the one thing I did do was, I created for him a Super Saiyan 2 Aurora. That is just the regular yellow Aurora, but I have given him these white lightning bolts, which give it the effect of being a 2.0 Vegeta, or not a 2.0, a Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. So these lightning bolts come from a Goku figurine. I don't really remember which Goku figurine. If I figure it out, I'll post it in the comments down below. But what I did was, I took these lightning effects from, it's a Goku statue. He's in the Warrior Awakens look. Basically, he came with these thunderbolts, which you would attach to his back. So what I did was, I took an X-Acto blade. Vegeta. I took an X-Acto blade, and I kind of cut them in, and then I glued them in. Before that, I painted them white, of course, and then I glued them in. And like I said, it looks really good in my opinion. It looks like a Super Saiyan 2 Aurora, and it just, in my opinion, makes Majin Vegeta look Super Saiyan 2. Because for the most time of him being a Majin Vegeta, he had the normal base hair with the lining in the back. It was only until he fought Goku that he really kind of shined in a Super Saiyan 2 hair. But like I said, that's all I really wanted to show off to you guys, was some new ideas I was having, and of course to show off my Namek Vegeta. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something new. If you have any questions, obviously feel free to post them in the comments, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.